Mr. Gordon, another 30-second, and this time it goes to, help me, Ms. Kishimoto.
That's who's paying attention.
You all spoke about having wonderful teachers, when you were growing up. Could you address the issue of whether there need to be changes to our tenure and seniority system as a way of improving teacher quality? As you know, teacher quality has been, demonstrated by academic researchers as being a key factor on student performance, indicated by your own personal stories. Can you speak to the policy issue?
This sounds more like a minute. Let's do a minute on this one.
And so which two aspects did you say?
Yeah, and if you could repeat
changes needed to the seniority and tenure system for teachers in California to improve teacher quality?
Okay. Well, this is one of the most important questions. I do believe that the 2 years that we spend today for judging tenure is too short. I mean, that seems to be a fairly universal sentiment. It should be at least 3 years, if not longer. And on the seniority issue, I would almost kind of go back to that the study that I read about in it came out of Teacher Solutions, and it's really tied to kind of performance and teacher training and professional development. So I think they tiered the teachers into 3 tiers. It was maybe something like beginner, professional, and expert, and that you were rewarded more on your professional development and your expertise rather than just the pure number of years that you were teaching. So that's what I remember, but it's something that I believe should be looked at.
Mr. Becker.
Well, it's an important issue. I think we have to be very careful. We don't want to discourage young people from entering the profession. And what we're doing now in California is, hey, you can enter the profession, and then 2 years later you're out, and you don't have a job. So we have to be, not because of tenure, just because of the budget situation. We have great teachers that we're now laying off because they're the first ones to go. So what we've done, and so I do think there's a lot of important areas for innovation and things that we can change here in California, and I've been very happy to look at some of these issues. The teachers unions actually gave us a grant at Full Circle Fund, and we've worked with them to look at things like alternative compensation methods, what's working in Colorado, what are they doing in Minnesota, what's working across the country, and how should we think about adopting some of those practices here. San Francisco right now is doing a very interesting initiative that I can't explain in a minute in this area, and I think we can look to that for some specific examples and hopefully some specific success.
Mr. Gordon.
But across this country, the national average for the provision of tenure is 3 years, and it may be something that we should be looking at in California. I do think that tenure does provide a level of security that is necessary for young professionals to know that they can achieve. But I also think that the only way we get to tenure and to these issues is through a rigorous system of peer review and teacher support of teachers. We need teacher mentoring programs. We need those teachers who we have identified and we know are the quality teachers to help train and bring along new teachers. The challenges that our teachers face in California are immense. 50% of the children in California are on free or reduced lunch. 25% of the children in California, English is a second language. Teachers face huge challenges. We need to give them the tools and the help so that they can achieve the tenure in a reasonable period of time.
Thank you.